Also today, consumer debt is on the rise in a dramatic way as more and more Canadians turn to credit cards to help us ease the pressure of inflation. This is all according to a new report from Equifax Canada. Alberta has the highest average consumer debt of any province, with just over $25,000 of consumer debt. Manitoba has the lowest at nearly $17,000. The Canadian average there, you see, $21,128. We can also break it down for age as well. Those aged 46 to 55 hold the most amount of consumer debt at around $32,000, while the 18 to 25 age group has the lowest at just over $8,000. Sean Cooper is a mortgage broker, personal finance expert. He is in Toronto today. Sean, surprised by this or not?
Not really, Todd. And great to speak with you. Really, with inflation near a 40-year high, this doesn't really surprise me because the cost of living, everything, gas, groceries is going up and people's wages aren't coming up. So this isn't really a surprise at all to me, Todd.
What may be surprising to some people, and again, I'd like you to weigh in on this, is that when it comes to what people are using their credit cards for, Sean, it's not big ticket items or vacations. It's more the day-to-day things, such as groceries and paying some of their daily bills. Is that surprising?
Not really, just because of inflation being near a 40-year high, but certainly it is concerning because Canadians don't have the defined benefit pension plans that they used to in the old days. So they need to be able to save money for retirement as well. And if they're not even able to keep up with the cost of living, that definitely is concerning if this trend continues long term.
Yeah, how do you think mortgages fit in? You mentioned it a moment ago, but into consumer debt, and sort of the cooling off of the housing market. Sean, there's lots of different things at work here.
Yes, definitely. That's a great point, Todd. Certainly, I think that Canadians are feeling a bit nervous about interest rates being higher. And I think with any Canadians that have debt tied to prime rate, whether it's unsecured lines of credit or variable rate mortgages, that's costing them more money these days. So that might have something to do with the debt levels going up as well.
When this continues, does it not lead to sort of a cycle of debt, where you're using your credit cards and whatever interest rates you're paying on those, let's say to pay for your groceries, and then those credit card bills just continue to go up and up and up. You're trying to pay those things down while you're just trying to, make ends meet.
Yes, it certainly is concerning, but what I would say is definitely it's a time to more carefully scrutinize your spending. Look at your credit card bill carefully. Look at the discretionary and the non-discretionary spending, especially the discretionary, the items that aren't essential, and try to see things that you could cut back, and also examine something called subscription creep, which is basically we subscribe to so many different things like Netflix and food apps and things like that, and you might have forgotten that you've subscribed for something like that there. So definitely keep an eye on those recurring expenses and try to cancel them because it could be adding to your credit card debt and you might not even be getting any benefit from it.
It's interesting too, the issue of age groups, and we were talking about those, sort of 46 to 54 being in the age group where there is, the most amount of debt at more than $32,000 versus those who are 18 to 25. Obviously 18 to 25, that's a good thing. You don't want to be saddled with too much debt when you are in your early 20s. What do you make of that age group, though, where it seems to be the highest amount of debt? What's happening there, Sean?
Sure, I just think that it's the expensive cost of living. Like at that age, people are typically starting families and they're dealing with childcare expenses, and life is just costly in general. So it doesn't really surprise me there, but certainly it is concerning. Like I said, if you don't have a pension plan at work or any sort of retirement savings, you need to make up that shortfall yourself. And if this trend continues, especially with Canadians living longer than ever before, I mean, it's going to be an issue later on.
Sean Cooper, mortgage broker, personal finance expert based in Toronto today. Thanks for this, Sean.
My pleasure. Thank you, Todd.